This is Grillenheimer, Gamers for Christ. Um, it's actually week of Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. Or my hat. Hey, make me a penny richer. Okay. No games. Not this time. I'm actually wanting to talk about Krampus. A movie I saw at the theater last year and just fell in love with it. Just in love with it. Get you a sheet of paper. Make 2 columns at the top and 2 columns at the bottom. On the first column, write symbolism and underline it. On the other column, write faith and underline it. On the bottom bottom left, write redemption and give you some space underneath. On the right side, put Max. Write Max's name, underline it, and give you some space underneath. So you're kind of going to fill up your paper a little bit, depending on how big you write. Let's jump right into this. This is a lot of information. I'm spoiling the whole movie, okay? And I just want to go over the whole movie and explain a few details and kind of relate this in some ways, not exactly to the Bible per se, but to faith. The faith itself, losing your faith. Now, they mention a few things. The Charlie Brown's Christmas special. Why is that important? Because the Charlie Brown Christmas special is Christian. Linus even quotes Luke right out of the Bible about Christ's birth. And then you have the common line that the uncle says, who he ends up teaching the father, played by Adam Scott, a shepherd has got to protect his flock. Well, that's also very Christian, as well as him saying that your brother lives in the barn. Well, Christ was born in the barn. They weren't making fun. They were not making fun of Christ or Christianity. Not at all. It's just a simple fact. Okay? And it was done well. The language is a bit much. So if you have anyone below 10 years old, I don't know if I'd show it to him. My 8-year-old has seen it. He kind of likes it. He says it gave him a nightmare. Anyway, let's keep going. But he actually likes the movie. Santa's history. He's got some pagan history. He has some Christian history. There were some real people that our version of Santa Claus comes from a 4th century Greek bishop, Saint Nicholas, as well as a Germanic god, Woden, associated with the pagan midwinter of Yule. But there was also, of course, Thomas Nast, in his poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas. He did the description back in 1823, before Coke, but they also mention that in here, before Coke's depiction of Santa Claus. All they did was use the same depiction and just made him a full human instead of a elf fairy thing. Father Christmas, 16th century, England, during Henry VIII's reign. He wore red and green robes, lined with fur. I don't know what year it was, but England did celebrate their feast day, aka Christmas, December 6th, just like a lot of Europe and Germany did, because the day before was Krampusnacht. For parts of Germany and Austria, Gutski possibly, I don't know. And they in England moved it from December 6th to December 25th. Could they have been just simple? Well, there was a reason for that, but I won't get into that. And then you have the mask. He's wearing a mask, okay? And it looks like a real human face. Did he steal it from a bad Santa? a mall Santa? Is it the face of the Santa that gave the look, the eyes to the? Oh my goodness, I forgot her name. The older sister in the picture is Krampus keeping his face hidden with wearing a Santa mask? Is that a sign of the death of hope itself, because they have all lost their faith? I'm going to get to that. Okay, let's just keep going. And again, that one's kind of politics. Omi. Okay, a lot of people, what people mention is Omi's last little bit at the very end before the movie ends about Krampus only taking and not giving. Well, I don't think she knew the whole story, because she only knew what happened to her as a child, as we were wonderfully treated to a CGI animated looking skit, which was just like the best part of the whole movie. But elsewhere in the middle of the movie, as things before they really started, after they had already lost 2 kids. That's right, they lost one. The main parents lost the girl. The other parents lost Howie Jr. And I think it was after that part, Omi was sitting around talking with the kids, having cocoa, and telling them it's important. What's important is what you believe in here. What you believe. That's important too. And I think Max, I don't know what kind of upbringing he has, but Max has issues. We're going to get to his list in a second too. Glauben is the word for believe, because Omi was actually speaking German during that scene. So let's go ahead. Okay. You're ready with a pencil or pen, right? Symbolism. On your symbolism list, tree, in flames. What does that mean? Things are going to get worse. It's like this is a sign of Christmas Vacation going wrong. Oh my gosh, it's going so wrong. The presents. You got the evil presents, and then you have the bad gifts at the end too. The stuffed ugly animal, the brass knuckles. Who gives people a kid brass knuckles for Christmas? The bell itself. Santa's trinket getting crushed. He does this just before he comes out of in this scene, out of the chimney. The calendar. That's the 4th one. Tree, presents, Santa getting crushed, and then the calendar countdown. You have 2 different calendars. The one in the movie has St. Nicholas's all on it. The one during the credits has Krampus's all on it. And let's move over to our faith column. Omi. She lost her faith. She was the first. Max. His belief in Santa is gone. He doesn't believe anymore. Which, when he, didn't believe in Santa, he tore up his letter and threw it out. That was the final covenant with Krampus to come in and do what he wanted. Because Max yelled, "I hate you all." So thus, he took everybody away except Max. But Max really didn't want them taken. But what the hate, his hate spurned all this. So Max lost his faith. Omi, Max, and the parents. As things happened, as the crazy things happened, from the toys, the gingerbread men, Krampus himself, their clown, the bear. I love that saying. It's just so funny. Bear. The parents just don't believe what they're seeing to tell the other parents, to tell the other adults, even when they're asking each other, "You won't believe me, honey." It's like, and that's when the uncle's like, "Well, try me. I just had my butt served on a platter with a bunch of Christmas cookies, Now, believing and having faith in Santa, I'll admit, is a thin one, but it's still believing in something. And what Santa represents is decades and centuries of hope and peace and giving food to the poor, and food and necessities to the poor kids of the areas that needed it from years ago. Turkey, Poland, Germany, Austria, wherever. You know, when somebody would pop up and go, oh my goodness, we're in the dead of winter, we're lacking food, people are dying, disease is rampant, you know, here's an orange. That will at least give you sustenance. Take nothing for granted. Gosh, it's dark here. Santa belief is a thin one. Max hugs his parents like he means it on Christmas Day. Max may not be the boy that normally shows very much affection. So when he hugs his parents on Christmas Day, even they're taken aback a little bit, and yet enjoy it and show him affection right back. So let's get to Max's list. Okay? Number 1, he picks fights. 2, he could be being picked on most of the time too. We don't know if he starts it or if he brings it on himself, which are the same thing. Anyway, 3, he throws food. He starts food fights. 4, he has fits. Okay? He was kind of having a fit and a fight and everything else. It was the second fight he had in 2 days, pretty much. 5, he yells at other people. He yells at the adults. He yelled at the whole family. Is that something we should do? No. We shouldn't even be yelling at each other. And 6, hatred and having a chip on his shoulder. So he picks fights. He could be being picked on. He throws food, having fits. He yells, and hatred. Those are the 6 traits of Max as we know him, going through about the first third half of the movie. And this is what leads all this to come, as far as the movie story goes, anyway. So, let's keep moving. We're almost done. Whoa, sorry. Yeah, and it is a good ending. Let me get to the redemption. You got one spot left. Redemption. Max is the last to fall or to be dropped into the pit, into the hole that he made with his bell. It wasn't there before until he throws the bell. That was the magic of the bell. The tear. Number 1, the tear. Redemption. Does it redeem him? Max, we just went over the 6 attributes of Max. He could be known for his crocodile tears. He has had just an emotional turmoil, losing his entire family, everybody. It could be real. It could be crocodile. We don't know. And then there's a laugh. Krampus takes his little tear, but he laughs at Max. All the dark elves do too. Now, because how they look and how they sound, it seems evil. Max is like, oh, no, he's thinking it's evil too. Could it be laugh of joy? Could they be like, oh my goodness, he's redeemed himself, we gotta put everything right? We don't know. These creatures look so strange. Their laugh seems even sinister. We don't know. Who saves Max and his family then? we established they are not in a snow globe. Nowhere did the director show us that the family thinks that they are trapped in anything. The family doesn't think they're trapped in anything, so therefore they're not. Ding. When Max looks out his window, he sees the entire neighborhood. Everything is back like it is. The blizzard is gone. We don't see Lucinda, though. I will admit that. Unless it was parked in a way he couldn't see out of his window. So who saved him? Santa? Christ? Father Christmas? Krampus? We don't know. It's a very good question. Max does sort of yell at him and confronts him. Boy, he's brave, saying that, I know you can fix this. Now, the dark elves are established that they could be elves that left Santa to join Krampus. There could be some magic here. We don't know. The Dare Clown has magic itself, too, because it gets bigger. So there's a lot of neat things to make you think, even though a lot of the parts of this movie just doesn't make sense, how the thing eats the whole kid when its mouth is only so big. Him coming out of the chimney, I love that scene. It's almost impossible. I mean, he opens the bag. Omi looks in, and I guess she's taken. We don't know. I mean, there's just so many unknowns. It's just kind of out there and silly, and but it's still good. The movie has heart. It's a dark, tense movie. Horror, it is not. This is not a horror movie. It is a Christmas movie. And I'm just going to leave you with a few. I have some verses here, but 1 John 1:5. In him there is no darkness at all. Psalm 112, verse 4. Light arises in the darkness for the upright. He is gracious and compassionate and righteous. Light arises in the darkness. In the darkness, God is there. But not in sin. Just, He is everywhere. 2 Samuel 22, verse 29. For thou art my lamp, O Lord, and the Lord illumines my darkness. I mean, some very powerful, short little verses here. Homework, write down and read 2 Corinthians 6, 4, oh gosh, I lose my voice, verses 14 through 15. And it's actually how Christians, how we are set apart. But we need to be light of the world for the lost to come to us so we can direct them to Christ. Ecclesiastes 2 verse 13. Wisdom excels over folly, as light excels over darkness. 1 John 2 verse 9. The one who says he is in the light and yet hates his brother is in the darkness until now. So, yeah, when Max was hating the entire family, he's in darkness. I'm sorry. But if that's going to be it for the night, thank you so much for watching. Whether you like this movie or not, I suggest you try to watch it if you haven't already. It's got some bad language in it a little bit, but it's really not that bad. But it's just a wonderful Christmas movie. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas 2016. Thank you for watching.